Carnival Sunshine is a newly refurbished cruise boat that was previously the Carnival Destiny. In June 2013, it was relaunched as the Carnival Fun Ship 2.0 with new decks, new restaurants, new fun stuff to do, and a whopping 3,000 passenger capacity. The Sunshine leaves out of Charleston, South Carolina, New York, Norfolk, Virginia, and Orlando, Florida. The boat is very nice. It has 3 water slides, a smaller area for kids, a sky course, which is like an aerial obstacle course of sorts. They have plenty of deck games like basketball and shuffleboard, and they have a putt-putt course. Of course, it has plenty of pools and jacuzzis. The Sunshine has 2 main dining rooms. There are also additional dining areas on the boat. There is the Asian kitchen, the Cucina del Capitano, and Fahrenheit 555. The Asian kitchen costs $15 per person, as does Cucina del Capitano. Fahrenheit 555 is $35 per person. All 3 are worth every penny, and reservations are required. You should make your reservations prior to boarding or just after boarding.
For $70, we got an appetizer, an entree, a salad. They even brought over some little soup and a dessert. $70. The great thing about coming here is it's not loud. There's not kids running everywhere and people bumping into you. It's very reserved. You can't come in here wearing your bathing suit though. You have to look appropriate. It's pretty nice. Reservations are required, and I recommend that whenever you get on board, that is one of the first things you do is go to the restaurants to make reservations. Sometimes they do tend to fill up a little fast.
Cucina del Capitano is an excellent little Italian restaurant. The portions are huge. It's pretty good. You get an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. Entree you can either split or you can get your own. I highly recommend it. It's pretty cheap, and it's a lot better than the food they serve on the buffet. Well, we had some calamari and some meatballs, and pretty freaking good.
Since to shy like you had too much wine
If you like sushi, they have a restaurant called Bonsai Sushi, and that's kind of in a small, tucked away part of the boat. Now, sushi isn't my type of food, so I didn't eat there, so I'm not about to review it. Now, if the main dining room isn't your cup of tea, you could always go to the buffet area. Now, in my opinion, the buffet food is pretty mediocre. I've been on many Carnival cruises, and the food rarely changes. It looks way better than it tastes. The desserts barely qualify as a dessert. They're very unsweet. The buffet food is about 1 step above low-grade dog food.
Dog food? I'm sure it's dog food!
The breakfast buffet is slightly better if you like powdered eggs that are slightly undercooked. If you want a really good dessert, milkshakes, or coffee, you should check out Shake Spot. Everything here is at an extra charge, but it is worth every penny. For the quick and easy meal by the pool, you can try Guy's Burger Joint. There's nothing great about it. It's nothing more than burgers and fries. So everybody's raving about Guy's Burgers. So we're going to see what this is all about and see if it's everything they say. Tastes like a regular old burger. That's my opinion. Ain't nothing great about it, but ain't no soybean burger either. It's alright. At night, everything is about entertainment. The Liquid Lounge is the main showroom where you'll see many of the shows. You'll also have some activities here as well. I've seen many shows on other Carnival cruises, and the Showtime shows are pretty decent. Kids and teenagers probably won't like them very much because they're usually kind of dated on the music. If you head back to the rear of the boat to the Limelight Lounge, here's where you'll see what I think is usually the best entertainment, the comedy shows. Depending on your cruise length, depends on what you're going to get. Most 7-day cruises, you'll get to see about 4 different comedians over the course of the trip, and they're all usually pretty decent. Now, as you can tell, the lounge isn't very big. And if you come late, you're going to wind up getting a seat way off in one of these corners on either side of the stage. Now, they've tried to make those seats not as bad by putting a TV monitor on each side so you can at least see the comedian while he's on stage. But in my opinion, it's definitely a kind of a weird design flaw. Just a tip, get there early, at least 30 to 45 minutes early. The seats do fill pretty fast. For you partiers out there, there's places all over the boat where you can drink. There's the Red Frog Rum Bar and the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar by the pool. And they're all basically the same, it's just kind of a little marketing trick they used. There's the Red Frog Pub, which is a nice place, the Alchemy Bar, and the EA Sports Bar in the atrium. Not one of these bars offer anything unique except for the EA Sports Bar, and that's only if you're into sports. Your sports options are going to be limited, and that's only based upon what the boat is able to receive on their satellite. There's plenty of shopping on board. There's Front Street. It's nothing significant. It's mostly touristy stuff. They have watches and sunglasses and jewelry for sale. I have no idea if there are any real savings to you, but Carnival claims that there is. Do some research before you board. The only thing I can say is there are no taxes on these items. My wife loves the perfume and she always buys some whenever she goes onto a cruise. Now she's pretty familiar on the scents that she likes. She says you can save a few bucks and she typically saves about $12 per bottle. Portside offers liquor and tobacco. Only one catch with the liquor. You can't drink it on board. You'll pick it up on the night before you get off the boat or the day of. If you're a big drinker, you can save a few dollars, but you should really consider the savings considering you're going to have to lug 2 big bottles of liquor around with you whenever you get off the boat. And if you're flying, that really may not be worth the trouble. Yes, you are limited on the amount of booze that you can buy due to customs regulations. Now this is the warehouse game room where kids can come and play video games. And the unusual thing about this arcade is you can use your Sail and Sign card to play these games. Now if I were you and you got kids, I wouldn't give them the opportunity to charge to your account. I would deactivate it. A lot of the games in here are to win prizes. Video games, iPods, and that kind of thing. And if your kids can get out of control, you're gonna have a pretty hefty bill. So I don't recommend giving them charging privileges. One of my favorite things to do on the boat is the drive-in theater. It's at the pool at night and it generally shows some movies that are 4 to 5 years old. And they are good for all ages. It can be a nice evening with your wife or your girlfriend, but it can get kind of chilly, so a blanket may be necessary. If you want to get away from your kids or other people's kids, check out the Serenity deck. Now, this is supposed to be an adult-only area. Well, in theory, anyway. Now, despite some of my negative opinions about a cruise, or this cruise in particular, don't get me wrong, I love cruising. It is by far one of the cheapest forms of a vacation that you can ever take. One thing I can promise you is you should have 5 to 7 days of pure relaxation. If you can't have fun on a cruise, the problem, more than likely, is you. If you want to see more on Carnival excursions, click on one of the video links or subscribe for future updates.